What's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and let's just jump right into this. This is going to be my top 10 pick for the games that are about $5, should be $5 less, right around there, that you can get right now for the Steam Summer Sale. So yeah, this list isn't going to be very relevant for much longer, but maybe you can actually come back next year because these games tend to go on sale repeatedly, which is why, actually, I have the stipulation that these games have to be made in the past, like, 3 years. They can't be super old games that we see over and over and over again, and hopefully these are, like, the all-time best sales, unless they were given away at some time or, you know, Humble Bundle or something. But anyways, these should be great sales to pick up these games. There really should be no risk, and at the same time, these are newer games. So hopefully you maybe have, well, I mean, I want you guys to play these games, but hopefully you haven't picked them up yet, and you can pick them up now because you see them on this list. So let's get into it. Starting out, we have Don't Starve Together, which is at 35% off, and it's at $9.74. But guys, I know immediately we're kind of breaking rules, but actually, if you think about it, if you read the fine print there, you get an extra copy. So for $9.74, you're actually getting 2 copies, which is what you kind of want to do for this game because this is an online game. You don't play couch co-op. You can on the console version, PS4, but yeah, anyway, so for about $4.87 per copy, you can play Don't Starve Together, you and a friend. Don't starve together. Okay, cool. Next up, we have a game called Devil Daggers. Now, technically, you're not saving that much, okay? It's like a $5 game. It's 50% off, but for $2.49, you're gonna have an experience. So Devil Daggers is kind of like this arena shooter, survival-y, horde survival, wave survival thing, but it's just you and the Devil Daggers. You seriously, like, surviving mere seconds in this game is kind of an achievement. Literally, it's an achievement. So yeah, guys, I think, you know, you just want to put in some quarters in the arcade machine and have a unique experience. That's one of those games, and actually that's a lot on this list. So yeah, check out Devil Daggers. Next up, we have Crypt of the NecroDancer. Now, this game was talked about a lot. I don't know if I should call it a roguelite or roguelike, but it's basically a roguish game that has rhythm-based mechanics. So it's all kind of like, you know, I don't know, booming and popping, you jumping, like literally you're jumping from tile to tile, trying to do it on the beat, and that's basically, you know, procedural generation, all your normal rogue stuff, your RPG mechanics, picking up random items, and, you know, progressing through the game, but to the rhythm. And yeah, I mean, normally these kind of games are very dark and gritty, but I do look kind of like the flavor and taste that Crypt the NecroDancer has. Next up on our list, we have Besiege. Now, this is actually an early access title, so I really enjoy Besiege. I lived it since basically I paid full price, early access, you know, 10 bucks, jumped into the game. It was great. I thought it was cool. Now, for 40% off, we have it at $4.79, and now there's more content than ever. There's way more stuff. You can make some really complicated and ridiculous things, and this is for the kind of gamer that maybe would enjoy something like Kerbal Space Program, or maybe the gamer that was interested in that. Maybe you watched some of it, but it was just a little bit too out of your league. Besiege is a little bit more down to earth. Literally. So, but don't worry, there are flying machines, and you can have flying flamethrowers and ridiculous, you know, death egg floating space stations if you are really inventive. So I kind of appreciate that about this game. Yes, it's more down to earth, but at the same time, I don't know, I just kind of appreciate the medievalness of it all. Next on our list, we have a game called Titan Souls. Now, this is a game that I think got overlooked. This was actually originally created for a game jam with the theme of 1. So you have 1 arrow, the bosses take 1 hit basically to kill, you die in 1 hit, and the idea is that there's really no trash mobs at all. Well, I mean, there literally isn't. It's just bosses. So you just run through the bosses. Think of something like old school Legend of Zelda mixed with Shadow of the Colossus, and there you go. So for $3.74, you're gonna get about 4 to 5 hours of gameplay. I did actually have a full Let's Play of it on my channel. I really like this game at full price, so hopefully you enjoy it at this great discount. Next up, we've got a twofer, and that's going to be Transistor and Bastion. I had to mention Bastion, but Bastion's an older game and really wouldn't make the list, but it's on a giant sale too. Really, it's going to be Transistor here. So at $2.99 here, a massive discount, man, 85% off. You can get one of the most unique and interesting and involved stories, and as well, some, you know, it's an interesting action RPG. Dude, it's from the makers of Bastion. Also look forward to their new game, Pyre, which actually you can buy a bundle and kind of pre-order that and everything. You might want to be interested in that, but yeah, really, Transistor, $3, it's a must-buy. Next, we have one of the biggest discounts, and I mean, like, it's 80% off, sure, but it's a lot of money. Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, It's not super new, but it's quite relevant, I think, especially with a new one coming out. And at $3.99, you're getting a AAA game that some people gladly have paid $60 for. Just keep that in mind. One of the most, like, serious RPGs out there. I mean, it really takes the lore and everything very seriously. So if you want to geek out and nerd out and really get into this game, mechanically, very enticing as well. Don't worry. Like, a little bit of I don't know, kind of Assassin's Creed-ness going on with it. But yeah, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, for $4, dude. Complete steal. Moving on, we have Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. It's not a game for everybody, you know. Actually, really, on this list, a lot of these games can be considered niche, but I love party games, and I feel like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is one of those party games that it can kind of translate to a lot of different people. This is a game that you only need one copy, so you don't need to worry about, you know, other games that you need to buy multiple copies. You just kind of have one copy, one person looks at the screen and tries to figure everything out, one other person looks at the manual online and tries to read off, you know, trying to explain how to defuse bombs. So one person tries to explain that, you know, cut the green wire and stuff, and you just try to defuse it yourself. Now, I don't know about the true replayability of this, but all I know is that if you just play it once or twice, you're gonna get your money's worth out of it. 67% off, a fairly new game, one of the most unique party games out there, which generally they do tend to be, you know, fun experiences. They also tend to be kind of premium experiences, generally like $15, $10, but at $5, you're gonna get one of the best or one of the greatest discounts. Next up, we have a game called Ibb and Obb. This is a co-op game in the purest sense. It's so beautiful. I love this game. I love it, dude. 60% off at $4.79. As well, you can actually get a 2-pack for just over $5. It's $5.59. So if you want to do that and give it to somebody online, but you can also play at couch co-op. And yes, there is online play, and you can just matchmake, easy, done. So Ibb and Obb, you need to play this game co-op. Like, absolutely, like, that's just how the game is played. There is no single player. So one person is the green, is the Ibb, and one person is Obb. And you just have all this weird kind of like duality with the physics. So there's an upper world and there's an underworld, and the, you know, gravity is polarized and reversed there. And you guys have to like utilize that mechanic and go through, you know, sometimes Ibb has to go through green doors, Obb has to go through pink doors, and you have to like wibble and wobble and go through these different, you know, like the physics interactions. Sometimes you have to jump on each other's heads, and dude, trust me, it's really simple. It's just a platformer in the simplest sense, I promise you. But these puzzles are extremely complicated and very difficult. I mean, that's what I found. Me and Icy and Ashley, twitch.tv/IcyandAshley, we've been having some difficulties. So hours and hours in, we still haven't beaten it, and there's some awesome challenge modes that'll really get you thinking. And lastly, let's talk about Life is Strange, all the episodes. 75% off for $5, $4.99. You can get everything right there. Of course, the first one is always free. You can demo it if you really want to try it. But I promise you, like, Life is Strange, maybe even if you think that you're not into these sort of playable fable or like novel-y kind of games, you know, like this just full story games, I feel that Life is Strange just works. I know there's other games out there that are like interactive stories, but Life is Strange, like, it's really complicated without spoiling things, but, you know, there is time control. And it's not quite about losing, it's not quite about winning, and it's not just about the story. There's like this in-between and the feelings, and you really become the character, and you really try to do the best that you can, and, you know, I can't say anything more, but, you know, you try to have the biggest impact that you can, and then, yeah, it's a really cool experience all in all. Maybe some people could say it's not quite a game, but all I know is for $5, you are getting one of the most unique experiences, and of course, an amazing story that, don't worry, you don't have to be a teenage girl to actually, you know, identify with this. I think anybody, and the problems and, you know, the story with everything, I think that anybody can actually identify with this game. So please, I implore you to try it out. Anyways, guys, that's going to be my pick, my 10 for $5 games. You know, just $5. Go in and have some fun. I try to get a nice pick, a plethora of games of all sorts of different kinds of genres so that, you know, somebody could find at least one game. And if you found one game, please give it a like. You know, throw up the video, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that, because that's what we do here. Now, tomorrow, we're actually going to do another one of these kind of videos, but for $1 or $10, and the next day, you know, we're going to do another and another for the Steam Summer Sale. I love doing these. Hey, you guys seem to like it too. And hey, if you want to talk about more sales and things and help, you know, me find some stuff, you shout out in the comments below. I'm sure I missed some things. So, yeah, be a part of this community, guys. And, you know what? I just want to say I'm thankful. I'm thankful that this is a community. And I'm thankful that you watch the videos, and I'm thankful that I'm able to make the videos. Some pretty cool stuff, man. All right, guys, let's not get mushy. Let's play some games. Hope you had fun. My name's Skylent. I'll see you in the next one.